Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 12, and he has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So I am painting a flower, and we shall see what happens here. I am painting kind of an iris, kind of a who knows what. Sometimes I don't like to give them names because, I really don't know how to paint exact flowers. We just kind of guess about what's happening with something. So I don't specifically, say this is exactly what it's not, because, we just kind of literally wing it with flowers, wing it. But it can kind of look like an iris, kinda, sorta, I suppose. So we went, I took Owen to the dentist today, and he absolutely loves going to the dentist. He's had a few times where it was quite rough for him, but most of the time he does quite well when he goes. I'm knocking everything over. I'm making a mess and knocking everything over. Hold up. I need to, I've got paint everywhere. I had an avalanche, and instead of putting it all away when it avalanched, I decided to just paint. And I'm telling you, that's not the wisest of choices, but that's where we're at. So, anyways, I try to make it so Owen likes going to the doctors, the different, not necessarily just the dentist. I want him to understand that, they are here to help us, and that we want to go to them when we're not feeling good, and they're all the different things. I don't want him to ever feel like he can't go to the dentist, or he can't go to the doctor, or be afraid of one of them. So I've always tried to make it where they are an important part of our life, and everything is just fine. So he really did great there today, and I can't decide if he thinks it's fillings, like what's really in there, or if he thinks it's feelings, like emotions, because the way he says it technically sounds kind of more like feelings, but I think he knows that they're fillings. I think it's just the way he says it, but it's adorable to me how he says it. So he wanted the doctor, the dentist, to work on his feelings, and he doesn't have any feelings. His teeth are fine. He's not had to have any. Excuse me. But it's just it's quite funny to me how he says it. It's so cute. So the way he's got feelings, but he has none. And he watches videos about fillings, and so he thinks that he needs to have fillings sometimes, which trying to make this like different colored in there, but I don't think I'm not liking what's happening in that. So but he did amazing, and he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stick around and not so she brushed his teeth for him, and she counted his teeth with him. She's such an incredible dentist to begin with, and I wish she could be my dentist, because but she does so good and so patient and so kind with me, as much as that's always half the thing is dealing with me sometimes, because that's my baby. But he did incredible. He absolutely loved it. And thankfully I had taken him, because since he can't really explain what he's feeling, I always want to make sure that he's not like there's not a problem with his teeth. And he had kept saying that his tooth was loose. Well, I knew all the teeth that he had gotten in were, like, I knew he had all his adult teeth now, and so I didn't, he bites a lot on things, so I didn't want it to be, I can't even think today. I didn't want it to be that he was, had loosened a tooth or something, so, but fortunately he hadn't. She told me that he might be technically teething, because he will be getting his next set of molars in the back molars, and since he's extra sensitive to any type of adjustment or anything, that he may be feeling those movements now. So that's what she kind of told me, was that could be some of that movement. And that makes a lot of sense. But I was glad I took him, because I was worried about he'd been biting his lip a lot. But I think, again, that was kind of the oversensitive. He used to, with like his stemming and different things, he would bite his shirts and chew through his shirts. So I think it's similar to that now that he's quote unquote possibly teething for those molars. So, but I always am thankful that his dentist understands and is very supportive of me taking him, and she knows and understands his sensitivities to everything. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. Oops, I don't want green hanging out there. I mean, it'll dry kind of different, but So I think that is about what we're doing. All right, so I always sign this O for Owen, and then L, and there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Toodles, toodles.